Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Actuaries and Creativity. So today I am gonna shoot a video answering the questions that some people asked on my Instagram. I received only about like 6 or 5 questions, but I'm going to address all of them in this video. And I know that I look a little bit raw, not a little bit, I do look raw. I just came from my Friday classes. I have classes from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Fridays, and so since I'm gonna have such a busy weekend, I decided to shoot this video right now, and it's 4 p.m. right now, just because I want to be able to upload it on time and make sure that I answer the questions that some people asked. Tomorrow I have a UNI conference, University of Northern Iowa conference, about service, community service and leadership, and I'm going to be as a representative for the Volunteer Action Center at Wartburg College, and it will be a very beautiful experience, and I'll be gaining some knowledge and like just a few things on managing community service projects and being a leader in the community. So this video is about answering the questions. The first question was, who's your best friend? I know who's asking this, and like, you know who my best friend is, and I'm not gonna say it, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, my friends just try to be crazy, but that's okay. I love them so much. Okay, second serious question, where do you shop? This is a very good question. Personally, I do shop in a lot of shops, or like a lot of websites to be specific. Most of my clothes come from online shops. I'm gonna mention a few of them that I really buy most of my clothes from, and that's because I keep going to them because I've had really good experiences with them. I've also had situations where I buy something and it's not maybe what I've expected, and that's okay, especially when it comes to fittings. I find that very hard, but in terms of materials and whatnot, I always make sure that whatever I buy on an online site is exactly what I want. So what I do is I go into the specifications, I read what the clothing is made up of, so I just don't look at the picture and like, oh, I want this. So I look at the materials, as in like what is it made up of, and I look at the sizes as well, because the sizes can be very inconsistent. Like a small in one shop is not necessarily a small in another shop, or even sometimes just the clothing in general. The same shop can be selling like different inconsistent sizes. So I always make sure that I go to the size chart, and then I make sure that I buy something that that I'm able to fit. So where do I shop? I do shop, okay, so my favorite is Shein USA. So Shein USA takes really a short time to deliver. So like I normally receive my clothes in like a week or 2 weeks, that's max. So 2 weeks max, I receive my clothes, and what I do is the free shipping for clothes over $50. I believe it's $50. So what I do is I just shop like a bunch of clothes that I need. Most of the times, like I think about, what do I need? Do I need a jacket? Do I need pants? Do I need jeans? And then like I just like add up onto my cart until I reach like $50, and then I get free shipping and they deliver in like a package. So yeah, that's how I shop, and I really love Shein. I've had really good experiences with them, and I feel like they are growing and progressing so well as an online shopping site, especially for women of like my size. I fit their clothes very well. They have my type of style as well. One thing about me is that I don't just buy anything. Like I try to imagine myself wearing that, and then I actually think that I'm gonna look good in it or whatsoever, and then I buy it. So yeah, Shein USA, highly recommend. Like for me, they've done the most, and they continue to give me best quality clothes. My other shopping site is no, I don't shop from Romwe. I shopped once from Romwe, and I had a really bad experience with them, especially with the size, and so I think that just like took out the incentive of me wanting to buy from them, but I heard they're a really good online site as well. Another online site that I really buy some of my stuff is AliExpress. So AliExpress has a lot of different sellers, and you need to make sure that you buy from the right sellers. You need to read the reviews. You need to look at like what kind of seller is this, how many people actually like ordered from them, and what are the reviews. So I don't shop from a seller with no orders yet. I don't shop from a seller with bad reviews. And then, like I said, I do read the materials. I read what the product is made of and everything. Make sure you read the specifications carefully. Just don't look at the picture and then you shop. And so I buy some of my things there, but I also don't just buy everything there. Like I know, like for instance, I can buy tops from AliExpress. I can buy dresses from AliExpress, but I don't really like buying like skinny jeans from there. And shoes, I buy my jeans most of the times from Fashion Nova. They have a really consistent size when it comes to jeans, and their jeans are of good quality. So I really just spend mostly like on jeans and shoes when it comes to like a high budget. The rest I can buy like $5 tops, I can buy like $6 tops, like $9 dresses, and it really saves you a lot. Like most of my clothes come from these shops, and I try to like go on sales and just take all these things that I think will look good on me. And yeah, that's what I enjoy most, the fact that I get to get what I like on a cheap price. Yeah, that's really amazing. So yeah, I buy my shoes and jeans from Fashion Nova, whatever. But also sometimes when I need something urgently, or when I'm looking for something and I can't find it in other shops, I look on Amazon. I have free 2-day shipping, and so if I look up something, I'm most likely to get it on Amazon, and I'll get it in 2 days. That's mostly when it comes to shoes. Yeah, maybe like accessories and stuff like that, like if I need them urgently. The thing with Amazon is that you also need to look out for which sellers you want to buy the things from, because Amazon is also just having like a lot of sellers, and so everyone sells, most people sell the same thing. So you need to figure out yourself like which seller is most likely to give me a great product or like a good service. So yeah, that's definitely about that. Where do I shop? The third question is, what motivates you? Okay, this is a very interesting question, simply because I do receive this question a lot in my job interviews, which is quite cool, because I do like talking about my passions and what actually gets me up every morning. One thing that motivates me is that thought that one day I'll be able to make a change in my community. That's something that definitely motivates me. For me, serving for my community is such a big deal that it's one of the reasons why I really do work hard and try, to do all these things to make sure that I give people a life that they need to have, or a life that they desire to have, the same way I've been given a privilege to do that. So yes, serving for my community and just being able to break some cycles and just break some things that happen in my community, I think is something that really motivates me so much. And my community, I don't just mean like my family and the people from my village. I really do mean like the entire community at large, whether it's the Namibian community or like the USA community where I'm currently in. So all that really motivates me. And for me, how I define success is also something that motivates me so much. Success for me is a point where my passion and interests meet community needs. So at that point where my passions and interests meet what people need is what success is for me, and that motivates me to work towards getting to that point, like where I'm able to bring my skills, my talents, my gifts, my knowledge, and my experiences into giving to people, into serving people, whether it's through my actuarial science career, whether it's through making YouTube videos, whether it's through giving, whether it's through anything that basically makes people's lives better and just make the world a better place to live in. Yeah, I have a lot of projects that I really want to work on, and eventually I will talk about them, and it's gonna be such a beautiful experience, just the ability of being able to help people unleash their potential in different and various ways. So definitely that's something that motivates me a lot. My interests, my passions, community needs, all of that is something that I desire, to meet one day, and that gets me up every morning. So what do you miss most about Namibia? Oh my God. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. One thing, I really do miss my family a lot. Most of the times when I think about home, I think about my siblings. I think about my sisters and my brother, and just the beautiful times we spend together. My mom, like what we do together as a family. I really do miss that a lot. And for me, that's home. The people make up home. And that's just the thing. When I talk about me being homesick, I really do miss those moments and opportunities of just spending time with my loved ones. So definitely that's what I miss most about Namibia. Another thing is food. There's so much difference between the food here and back home that it makes me really homesick. I miss the food, I miss the vibe. Sometimes I even scroll through my Instagram, like I don't want to see the food that people are posting from home, because I'm like, you're really just making me homesick. So like I really do miss the food at home, whether it's home cooked food, whether it's like kapana, whether it's like just cooking food at home, or just like going in the shop buying groceries. Like I just miss home food. I mean, it's like different cultures and everything, and food here is just so different. It's so different. It doesn't just taste different. Like everything is just so different. You feel it. You can feel it even when you're eating. And it's just like, I'm not saying it's bad necessarily, but I mean, to what I'm used to, I really do miss like home food, Namibian food to be specific. And sometimes I bring my own groceries. Most of the times when I go home, my luggages are packed with mostly food, and I bring my own groceries just to make myself feel better, like my own spices. I bring like home snacks, and when I cook, so I try to put in my home spices just to bring in that home flavor. But then again, like I said, nothing really tastes like the real home food. So that's like to give a glimpse of home food, but it's not really home food. So I definitely do miss Namibian food. And then lastly, what are the little things that you do to make you feel better about missing home? Honestly, like one thing I do is I try to talk to my family a lot. There was a time I really neglected people. I neglected my family. Not to say that I don't love or care about them, but it's just like, it's something that I just like, I don't consciously think about, because I'll just go on and about with my day. I'll go to my classes, I'll go to my work, I'll do whatever. And then like 3 days passes by and I haven't talked to anyone. But now I really try to call my mom, especially with the time difference. And also my little brother has a phone now. So my little brother and my baby sister, they just like wanna irritate me, which is so cool. So they'll be like video calling me and like sending me pictures and taking selfies and sending me. It's so fun. Like it makes me feel so better. It makes me feel like I'm still in touch with them. And with little kids, they'll come tell you like funny things, and you feel like you are part of like the moment. You feel like you're part of them being kids and growing up. And that's really sad, because one of my biggest fears, especially as a firstborn, is failing or like missing out the opportunity to see my siblings grow. It's like a hard time, but I really, really, really do enjoy speaking with them. Also because I have no one to talk to in my language at my school. So calling home gives me an opportunity to hear people speaking my home language, gives me an opportunity to speak it as well. Another thing, how I cope, I listen to a lot of local music. Most of my music, if you go on my playlist, I listen to a lot of local music, PDK, Tatebuti. I listen to a lot of local music just to get like the home vibe. Sometimes I even start like thinking about me being home and like being with friends and family and listening to this music, or like bus or whatever, playing this music at home. And just it's a beautiful feeling, and you also get a chance to like be associated with your language and everything. It's really a challenge, but it's something that I try to do as a way of dealing either with my homesickness or just keeping in touch with the home vibe. Definitely. So those are the 5 questions that people ask me. People didn't really ask questions, which is okay. Maybe they don't have anything to ask, but I mean, if they could have asked, I would have done a much longer video. But this is also just perfect. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate you guys coming back to this channel. And even though there comes like a time where I have so much going on and it's so hard for me to upload every week or every other week, I am really trying to keep it moving and keep it going. Hopefully when I have good content, I will upload more and great stuff. Yeah, I'm also trying to just like, invest in my YouTube, like, interest by like trying to save up to buy like really good equipment to run this channel, because it's a big part of me and how I express myself, and just like putting my academics and creativity together. Thank you guys again for coming, and bye.